So overall, the defense, the number of turnovers they're able to force, just how much does that make it easier for you on an offense standpoint?
Oh, it's easy. Short fields, momentum, all those things that you hope we're looking for. Causing 5 like that is, it's outstanding. And again, builds confidence for everyone. They've been an explosive offense all year, and for us to try to get some of those and do a good job ourselves, except the one interception, I believe, is a good day when you can win the B+4 in the turnover margin.
Coach, talk about Antonio Nunn and his importance for the offense today. 2 touchdowns.
Well, he's been important to us all year, especially after attrition in the program, and we've asked a lot out of Antonio, and in different ways, not just as a receiver, but as a person, as a leader, helping the newcomers in our program. Put a lot on his plate, really have. And then he got hurt early in the year. Had surgery, never really talked about it, made it back. And then for him, for us to be a balanced offense where we want to be, we got to be able to, as we've said for a while now, it hasn't been a secret that we've have to be able to take some more shots down the field. And, he's the key ingredient to that. And to see him step up today, as he did, was huge. Ron Cook Jr. Suffered an injury in practice on Thursday. That's a pretty tough time to lose your kick returner in that and put him in a question mark. And we asked Antonio to step in and do that. So you can see he's doing a lot for us. And the thing that gets lost today a little bit is when you watch some of the runs on the perimeter and that, you can watch the job that Antonio did as well as a blocker. And that shows that, again, he's into everything that we're doing.
Antonio and Kyle Vantrease, how are they kind of building their chemistry on and off the field?
Well, I think they can. Again, that's been the dynamics, Rachel, of everything that we've struggled through is, as I said, he missed the Robert Morris game. We lose Zach LaFave for weeks out in the Penn State game. We lose Matt in the Miami game. And those are all the things that, and we've tried to hold some different receivers together, still trying to redshirt some of them. So all those things for all the continuity for all of them. But as we know where we're going down the stretch right now, we're going to need Daniel Lee to keep playing well. We lost Carlton Todd after the interception. But all of them are, for us to be effective, we need everybody because it doesn't take someone to figure out that all of a sudden coverages and presses are going to roll towards Antonio. So we've got to be able to have answers for everything. But it's going to be huge.
Yeah, and I mean, how did you kind of keep that rhythm going ahead? You went to the heart of the MAC schedule.
Well, it's like we've done it. It's like we've done in the past. We got to find different ways, and we've like I said before, we've asked Antonio to do different things, and that means learn different positions within the offense. It's not, sometimes he's the X receiver, then he's going to be the Z, then he's going to do some other things, and we've got to find ways to move him around, keep, put him in motion, do some things that coverages can, maybe help us, tip off what coverage there are, but find ways to get the ball in his hands.
What kind of stability is Kyle Vantrease bringing to the offense?
I think we've also said is, his body language has never changed since the first time we threw him out there against Northern Illinois as a true freshman. He handled the decision that he would not be the starting quarterback like a man, kept working, did everything we asked him to do. We lose Evan Finnegan. We've asked him to go in front of 100,000 people and punt for the first time in a college football game. I mean, he's been unbelievable. He's a respected man in the locker room, and he'll continue to work hard for us. He made some big first downs for us, also running the ball. So, again, we have complete faith in him, and I know our offense will continue to get better.
Speaking of Kyle, he earlier in the week was talking about the offense needed to step up and play complementary football. How do you think the team's complementary football performance overall was?
Well, again, Jenna, with the turnovers, it all worked together. But to see us, defer, hold them, get a chance, get points right away, all those things, and to score as many points as we have early on in the game, in the first half, it means a lot because, anytime you score one offensive touchdown on your first drive and you get 2 defensive touchdowns, everyone knows, the guys know in the locker room, that's tough, okay? And they want to hold up their end of this thing, and all 3 phases do. And so for us to play that well, put on the points that we did against a good football team, feel good about it and happy for them. And we got to keep working. We got plenty to work on yet. Plenty to work on.
You guys mentioned newcomers in regards to your defense. Obviously, last year it was filled with seniors. Now you have, Joey Banks, you have a turnover by Gaddafi, right? How would you say that their leadership played in the role of your defense today?
Joey Banks, first of all, it's really been I want to say rewarding, but that's not the right word. Rewarding for Joey and watching him grow this last really 6 months. I'm really grasping and understanding what we're doing defensively. He's as physical of a safety as there is, and to see him trusting, technique, trusting the scheme, seeing what's going on, and showing up and making plays has been great. Gaddafi, right? Another guy that got hurt in the first game, missed multiple games. Okay, and then he comes back, and you see, we've been high on Gaddafi right since the day we signed him. Okay, because he gave us the length, the athleticism, and a thing to do a lot of different things, and he's pretty special when he's healthy and going. And to see those guys do it, and then the guys that have been steady, Matt Outwanowski, James Patterson, all those. Now we've got a chance, if we can keep everybody healthy, to kind of mix and match in what we're doing and build that depth. Defensive ends have continued to play extremely well, and the guys in the middle they're not going to get a lot of tackles. Okay, they're not going to get many sacks, but they do a great job in the middle also with our run game and pushing the pocket.
Winning 2 in a row, you even up the record. You're seeing that consistency that you've been talking about, emphasizing.
Getting there, John. Really, it's when you look at the first 3 drives of the second half, I don't think I was real fired up about it, because we talked about coming out second half, but we're starting to. You've seen us starting games a little better, doing some things, finish the game a little bit better when our back's to the wall, and whether it be in knowing the situations and those things. So we're taking steps, and again, I had a feeling, and I still hope we got a lot of football to play, but. Thought just by where we were at that hopefully the second half of the season would be the time this team would continue to take steps to play its best football.
Are you seeing any parallels? There's obviously some differences, but to that team 2 years ago that finished with the 3 wins in a row?
Yeah, we've talked about that possibly being a scenario. Because of the influx of some of the newer guys in the skilled positions offensively, it's different, but there's still a part of confidence, and now when you get these couple wins like this in different ways, that you hope that it builds confidence. The biggest thing I've challenged the group to be is when we do have success, how are they going to walk right where you're sitting on Monday morning at 7 a.m.? Okay. Are they anxious? Are they excited? Are they coachable to get better at the things, or are they satisfied where they're at? And if we're going to take the things that you're talking about, because that group stayed hungry, stayed positive, those are the next steps. I'm confident they can do that.
Any else for Coach?
James Patterson returning today. How much did that help give you?
Well, he played last week too, so okay, yeah. Okay.
Having him back in the mix, how much does that help?
Great, because now it gives us a little more depth. Obviously, Tim Terry's playing at both spots. James can play a little bit in the middle. It's huge when now we've got that component a little bit. So, but and of course his leadership after missing 4 games. But I don't know if I've had in my time as a head coach a guy that stayed more locked in to what was happening each week with the game plan and knowing there and being there for his teammates, but also being ready when he was going to jump back in than James Patterson.
Coach said something kind of illuminating, after this game. They said, hopefully the second half of the season will be when this team plays its best football. Do you feel like your team's starting to find its stride going into the heart of the MAC schedule? Kyle, start with you.
Definitely. I definitely do, on all sides of the ball. Offensively today, early in the week, I did say that we wanted to be more versatile and be more efficient on in all the different kinds of plays, and we did just that. And there's always room for improvement, but we're going to watch the film. We're going to get better, and the rest of the season we got better football to play.
I believe so. Offense, defense, special teams. We all executed as well, like we did in practice today. This week, my bad. We challenged our opponent more vertical down the field. We were successful for that. Defense, 5 turnovers. Record breaking. And then special teams. We executed everything we did on special teams. So I believe second half of the season will be on us as a team. But I believe we have the chance to prove people wrong. Right.
Joey, what's it going to take for this team to really, build and eventually maintain that consistency in the final, 4 or 5 games?
I mean, we just got to continue doing what we've been doing, staying together as a team, worrying about one day at a time, one opponent at a time, not really looking too far ahead in the future. This game is over, we're putting it in the past, and we're moving on to Eastern Michigan. But I want to touch on defensively. Our chemistry among the defense is growing tremendously. We got guys up front, 2 deep, 3 deep, that are making plays out there. We had 5 turnovers today, but a lot of people are getting playing time, and it's just making us that much better and that much experienced for these games later down the hill.
And for you, what was that like to see the offense build off the defensive efforts tonight?
What was it like to see that?
Yeah, to see that tonight.
It's good to see us all playing and, the energy feeding off one side of the ball to the next side of the ball and just seeing everyone on the field make plays. It's encouraging for other guys, that might not play so much. And then when their number's called, they're that much encouraged to go out there and do the same thing, match that energy, match those plays that are being made.
You had the 5 turnovers today. I think it's something like 15 over the last 5 games. What are you guys doing to make that many plays in that area of the game?
Honestly, we're having fun. We're just having fun with it. Everyone out there is having fun. Like I said, our chemistry is just increasing every week. And, it's good to see a lot of guys, like I said, that aren't playing so much, really their confidence within themselves and their playing ability is growing. And it's just making us better as a whole on defense. And it's fun to see all types of players in different spots making plays on the field. As you can see, we have 5 turnovers today. So, that's awesome.
Kyle, what's it like when the defense keeps giving you the ball back so quickly and you even get to take your helmet off sometimes?
Sometimes I don't want to take my helmet off, but it's awesome to see that, the productivity that they give us and the opportunities they give us. For what we need to do is capitalize on those more often. And that's what's going to be the difference for, more points on the board and more yards, more fun, that like he was talking about, more fun, more synergy. So, capitalizing on those turnovers more throughout the rest of the season is going to be huge.
Was there a bit of a concerted effort or maybe a game plan that was designed to get the ball or to look a little more to try to let Antonio make some plays? And then, Antonio, you can answer that afterwards, too.
Yeah, throughout the week we wanted to, test them a lot, and that's exactly what we did. And there's a couple of balls that I would love to have back. And there's a couple of catches that I'm sure a lot of the receivers would love to have back. But, that's going to come with the chemistry. And throughout the rest of the season, hopefully we keep doing that. But we're going to do whatever it takes to get the win.
Wide receivers always want the ball, Antonio. How excited were you knowing that there was a good chance you were going to get it today?
Excuse me. I was excited. That's just my number call. I believe anybody else in the receiving group can make the plays I made. I just took advantage because that might not come back to me. So preparing for this week, the receivers, we took everything serious, vertical balls, blocking, like Coach I said, when your number's called or that play's called, you don't know if it's to your side or that ball's to you, that plays to you. So, we took that serious this week, and I believe at the end of the week, we just battled, in the receivers competition, at the end of the day, even if it's my number called, like Coach I said, if I tear a shoestring, the next dude's up. And so that's what we gotta take to the head.
Joey, what do you think was the turning point in this game?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jen.
Early in the week, you told us that you guys really wanted to focus on playing complementary football. You said the offense really needed to step up. How do you think overall they did with that?
I believe we did well, very well. Offensive line moving the ball. Running backs. We added them to the pass game, as you can see. I believe the offense. The defense challenged our offense. Scout team challenged our offense this week. We told them to play hard this week. To give us the good looks. We executed today in the game, and it showed. It really showed in the game today.
For any of you guys, what do you think was the turning point in this game where your team took control of this game?
That's kind of hard to pinpoint a turning point. You know, I feel like we had a good second half, probably better than usual. So, I mean, I guess we just give credit to our second half play. You know, coming out into the second half, you know, we kind of been kind of slow in the past few weeks, past few games. But I feel like we played a solid second half. You know, that I think that was the key point of the game.
Anything else for you guys?
One more for you. Antonio, the defense has been almost consistently there every week. The running game has been there consistently. This may have been the best week for the passing game. How much more dangerous can this team be when you guys can even do what you were able to do today in the passing game?
Pretty dangerous. You know, playing with those guys last year, you know, we can see when the ball's thrown. You know, it's just a lot of new faces. You know, we just got to bring them in more. You know, compete with each other. Lift them up when it's a bad play, you know, like we do, like Coach I tell us in the film room. He just tell us if the play's bad, if you mess up a play the next play, you know. So I believe it's being more vicious this year, you know. The more we connect with the quarterbacks, you know, the trust we have with each other, and it all come down to film study and practice. That's.
Go ahead. Kyle, coming off the bye, you mentioned hoping to try to win out the rest of the games and being confident even though you had the 2 losses before that. How much easier is it now coming off of 2 wins to try to string that together and finish like you want to?
I mean, I wouldn't say that it's going to be easy. I would say that it's still it's a hard task in front of us, but it gives us confidence. You know, it gives us momentum for the rest of the season, and we got to build upon that on all sides of the ball, in the locker room, in the film room, in the weight room, and for the rest of the season, we just got to put our head down and keep going.